Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. How are you this morning? Are you ready for a new week? Yes. What are you focusing on this week? What's coming up for you? What are you looking forward to? So, it's such a great time when you begin your Monday to just start with what you're looking forward to and what you're excited about this week, and it helps you really hit the ground running. And that's not at all what I came here to talk about, but it was what I wanted to mention. So, um, I hope you're amazing. And so, yes, what I did want to talk about is that, of course, that everything you want wants you. And I think I've said that before. I know I've done posts about it before, right? Everything you want wants you. But what you might be saying is, then why don't I have it? Right? And there's a reason for that. What you want wants you, but you have to be willing to receive it. And so, to be willing to receive it, you almost have to already be in that place. So, when you think about the idea that maybe you want more income, or maybe you want a trip, or you want, right? So, whatever it is that you're wanting, that you're going for, and that you feel like, I'm just not seeing it, it's because you've got to make yourself that person who already exists in that place. So, for instance, if you want more money, what is it that you want to do with that money? What are you wanting to do? Are you wanting more leisure time? Are you wanting vacations? Are you wanting, so start doing things, start being that person, start living life like that person. And no, you don't have to be irresponsible and completely piss away all your money and hope that it comes back. No, but you can start taking little steps in order to just start embracing that lifestyle. So this summer for me was kind of the summer of Kahlua. Okay. And it's funny because it really started with just this thought that came into my head like, wow, we're right here by the lake. Okay. Walking distance to the lake. And I love kayaking. I used to kayak like every weekend in Florida, before the kids. And I just always really, really loved it. And hey, how are you, Kelly? So nice to see you here. So I'm just talking about what you want wants you, and that you just have to be in the place to receive it. And I'm telling the story about I live by a lake, and I always loved kayaking in the past. And at the beginning of this summer, this thought came into my head about, duh, you're right here. What about a kayak? Let's get a kayak. And I started looking, and I hemmed and I hawed about it. And you know how you do that? Like you want something, maybe you add it to your cart, but you save it for later, and like months go by, and maybe you eventually get it. But a lot of times it just sits there for a really long time, right? Are we deserving? Are we worthy of it? Do we feel like we should be able to have that? A lot of times we delay gratification until we reach the benchmark. And what I'm suggesting is have the gratification, have the joy now, and then it will come. So in my particular story, I was hemming and hawing about it. I was thinking about it. And my daughter and I had went for a bike ride on the trail. And there's this one spot where like there's a bench there, and we get off our bikes and we walk through this little path down by the river, and we just kind of look out on the water, and there's like this little tree she'll climb up on. And so we're sitting there, and this guy is coming down the river on a kayak. And I was probably just staring because I had been thinking about getting a kayak. And he like stops his kayak like in the middle of the river to tell me, you should get one of these. This is like the greatest thing I've ever spent my money on. Like, this is exactly what this man is telling me. You should get this. It is so fantastic. It's so easy. It's inflatable. I throw it in the trunk of my car. It's just the easiest thing in the world to do. And it's so much fun. Everywhere I go, I pull it out and I have a blast. And I was like, Thank you, universe, message received. And I went home and I like actually got the same exact one he had because it looked really good. And I got, the double version for myself and my son, and I got a single for my daughter. So once we got that, I mean, that was it. Like, so it was on all summer long with these kayaks. We had so much fun. And it just almost really started this whole like summer of Kahlua. You know, I allowed myself to have this joy, and it just expanded my life. Like I just something that I love and that I enjoy so much just created this expansion for me. So the next thing comes along is this coaching program that I'm looking at. And I was like, oh, that's a lot more than I have generally ever spent. Okay, that I have ever spent ever. But I had this knowing that this is exactly what I need. I pour into others all of the time. And so it's time for me to be poured into. And I went for it. And then that led to another thing. Like I wanted some things for my porch. And, it was just these things, one thing led to another. And usually our first, what is the word, objection would be the money, right? We say, oh, I don't want to spend that money. I want to make more money before I spend that money. My love, the money came right back. It didn't even, there wasn't even a hole for long. It flowed right back in. Why? Because I was in that vibrational alignment. I knew that it was coming right back. I knew that when I'm in a place of joy, my energy is open, it's not clenched. So everything is flowing, abundance is flowing. When I'm in that state of being in high vibration, of joy, of contentment, happiness, I'm allowing things to flow. I'm allowing it all to come in. And so that's what's been happening. And so, when you think about the fact that whatever it is that you usually want to make you happy, right? You want it so that you could have some joy in your life. What I'm suggesting is bring the joy first, and then what you want will follow. Okay. So it's all about the journey. You're not meant to be miserable. You're not meant to be delaying your gratification. You're meant to be doing it now. And so that is my message for you today. If you have any questions or comments, I love, love, love to hear from you. I would love to hear maybe, I would love you to go for it and maybe put in the comment how you're going to add some joy into your life, either today, this week, what you're going to do to put the cart before the horse, okay? And bring that joy in right now and start living in that lifestyle of whoever that person is that is achieving what you want. So that's my challenge to you. I hope that this is an amazing week for you. Stay beautiful. I love you all so much and have a great one. Bye.